And we're back. What's up, guys?
And we you.
Yeah, do you like that song, Rocky?
It sounded really good in my headphones when I put them on.
I bet it did.
It was so warm.
It is.
I remember I was
It's a
watching
great-
The Voice
Oh.
because my dad loves The Voice. And last season, this guy did Budapest before my dad heard the actual song, so he heard it, but it was really different than what it sounds like in the actual song. And then he heard the real song and he didn't like it. He liked the
Oh.
Voice one better, so he bought
Really?
it.
Yeah, that's the way it was with
No lie. When I heard that song, literally, I was in the perfect setting to hear that song. And I always try to find that song. I never knew what it was. But I was actually, it was like one winter. It was in January. And I heard that song, and I had my blanket rolled up. I had like an electric blanket. A blanket. A blanket. And, no, I had an electric blanket and hot cocoa with like a graham cracker in it. Like a little graham cracker stick with marshmallows. And it was just so warm, and it was a good day. That was a good day. And that was the day when I got my progress report, got straight A's.
Really?
So it was a great,
That was a great day.
it was a great day. It was a great. Listen to Budapest when you had straight A's in your progress report, and you have hot chocolate and the electric blanket. Go do that. Wacky proof.
Jesus. All right.
Pick any day, January. Preferably a day we get your progress report.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh, that made my day. I can just picture you wrapped up in a blanket, headphones on,
Listen to Budapest.
with a graham cracker.
Graham cracker infused hot chocolate.
So, Romero, I heard there were a couple holidays today.
Yes. So Safari crashed on my laptop, but I'm going to bring it up on the.
That's why you don't use Safari.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, I know one. It's National Cut Up Your Credit Card Day. So, people,
cut
cut
up your credit
card.
cards. Don't throw them away, or people will use them to steal your identity.
Is that a thing?
I remember saw this funny thing on Twitter. I don't have a Twitter, so I wasn't on Twitter, but I saw it, and it happened on Twitter. This girl was like, got a brand new credit card, and she took a picture of it, and then like a few days later, she was like, credit card company called me and said somebody tried to use my card, so I got this new one, and took a picture of the same one.
Huh?
Man, people don't think.
No. I just watched the what's the show? How I Met Your Mother. I watched the How I Met Your Mother episode just like before the show about when Lily got like 15 credit cards and maxed out all of them, and Marshall was trying to get the job at the NRC. Yep.
I never watched an episode. I mean, I watched like vaguely How You Met Your Mother. I mean, I
I
don't
watched
like.
it like so many times.
I'm just not
Love
into
it. I love
like sitcoms. And
Really?
stuff.
I want to be like Ted.
Yeah.
People say he's pathetic, but I
Ted
think
too?
he's Ted too. Yeah. I want to be like Ted, the bear.
Ted Bear.
Also,
What are the holidays?
National Feral Cat Day.
Yeah, National
So,
Feral Cat Day. Let's check this one out.
I mean, I don't know what a feral cat is. Wait,
Oh.
it's like a wild cat.
Yeah, it's like a. It's
So
like,
yeah, get a wild cat.
Do you know what a feral child is? I studied this in my speech class. It's where a child isn't raised properly, and so when they get to past puberty and they don't acquire a language, they just they can't learn a language and become a native speaker, so they kind of just are like animals.
really
Yeah.
That-
like Tarzan.
Like Tarzan.
So they just be like ooh oh like something like that.
Yeah, we watched this documentary on this girl named Jeannie, and so she was like in a really bad household, so her father was like abusive, and so she was tied down to a chair for most of her life and just left in the room, and she didn't like get talked to, and so when she was like 13, people found her, and so like all these social linguists tried to study her and like figure out how our brain works for language from her. So it was actually pretty
That
interesting.
is the most horrible thing I ever
Yeah.
heard. Like, it's not even horrible for the abuse. Like, it's horrible in the abusive part. That's horrible. They used her as an experiment. Like, they didn't try
Yeah,
to
that
get
was
her.
like the big controversy. Like
They used her as an experiment. Like, they didn't try to give her help. Like, she's been tied down most of her life.
Yeah,
and the
that
only thing you
was-
care about was, well, let's see what happens when we get tied down for like 13 years.
the people she was staying with were also scientists, so they were like trying to juggle being like parents and getting their work done to keep getting.
So they
research
juggled by
grants.
tying her down to a chair.
No. Her real parents got tied to the tied her down in a chair, but then she got rescued,
Oh.
and then she actually still is around today. So,
Is she speaking? Like,
kind of.
any language?
She speaks English, kind of, like it's broken, but
So
it
she
doesn't sound like it's a native speaker. Like, imagine kind of like how a 4 or 5-year-old speaks.
Oh.
That's interesting.
It's
That's kind of interesting.
That is
very sad, but interesting.
It's interesting because, like, you wouldn't think it'd take that long to, like, learn. Like, people can learn language in, like, in a year. It'd be pretty good at it.
When you're a kid, like when you're learning language as a kid, it's different than if you're trying to learn a language today because your brain that uses a whole different process.
I also was reading something that it's like that, like new science is coming out saying that like the whole myth about how it's easier to learn things when you're a child is just totally bogus.
No, it's true.
Hold on. Because it's like the reason, but just because, like the original thinking was that it was like because of like the way the brain just like develops and stuff, and then it's just like you get past this, you have to get past this like huge wall. They think that the huge wall you have to get past is the fact that like when you become older, you're like not supposed to make mistakes anymore. So people are just afraid to like really put themselves out there.
What I learned in my class was that there are maturational constraints that once you hit puberty, your brain shuts off that kind of learning function, and then you do like it's a totally different way of learning a language, like but it's like in your brains.
I believe that when you're a child, you learn so quickly because like I feel like I mean people are probably gonna hate me for this, but I felt like in 6th grade you should be taught algebra. Because you'll learn it so much faster. Like, that's what China's doing. They're teaching algebra to 6th graders. And by the time they're in 8th, 9th grade, they're doing, like, pre-calc and stuff.
Yeah, well, our education is, like... Also, in the Netherlands, they start teaching, like health and, like, sex ed and stuff in kindergarten. Like, obviously, it's not the same stuff you learn when you're in, like, middle school and like high school and stuff. But they start teaching it in like... They start teaching, like, the concept of, like, you know... like love and stuff in kindergarten, and actually like teen pregnancy rates are like just incredibly low, like below
I know,
like anything you'd ever imagine, and it's insane. It's cool.
It's crazy when you see the disparity between Europe and America when it comes to like film, because if you look at movies made in the U.S., the violence is like through the roof. Like we have all these action movies with tons of explosions, but yet when it gets to like like mature situations, I'll say it like that. Like you don't. It's there's like one little thing, you know, it's rated R.
Wait, can I just say something real quick? Look how much whipped cream they put in my iced coffee.
That's right. I was
talking.
I was about to blow your spot up by mentioning like Marxism.
No, seriously, no. This is important. This is
Can I finish?
Extraordinary amount of whipped cream that I cannot even consume.
Can I finish?
Guys, I read the Communist Manifesto Saturday night. And
all right,
I learned a thing or two. And I think that we should take a note from Karl Marx.
All right, Hefe, you can finish now. I'm just sorry.
What has happened to us?
I don't know. You're now drinking Starbucks. I'm now a communist. Hefe's still the same.
I'm Joaquin Sanchez.
I'll finish my thought. Whereas in Europe, it's fine with like the mature content. Like you can still have like a PG-13 rating and still have that stuff. But once you have an explosion, you know it's rated R. It's like completely flip-flopped.
I just view it like, I mean, it who cares? I mean, we're all humans. Like we're naturally a violent species.
What?
Naturally.
Yeah, we're already at 10 minutes because we talked about feral children and whipped cream.
I think that was
Marxism.
That's good.
So coming back to the Feral Cat Day, what it's just saying is like raising awareness and just to take in feral cats and like not.
All right, we're at the 10-minute mark. How
about I go over the homecoming schedule for anybody out there who wants to
I mean, we got 30 seconds. You want to do that now?
No, we don't have to do it in 10-minute segments. We still have a half hour.
We just, when we don't watch it, it turns into like 20 minutes and then half an hour.
And that's rambling.
Yep. Which is what we do anyway for 10 minutes, but.
True. You know, we got 17 views in the last video, but I think I figured out why.
Why?
Because everybody who logs into
Oh.
the website, it instantly opens up that if it's not a live broadcast.
Crap. Oh well. All right, you were gonna say something.
Oh yeah, homecoming schedule. So at 7 p.m. today, there's a Mission and Ministry alumni reception. I don't think we're alumni, but there might be free food for us.
I really do not think we're alumni.
I really
We will be.
I
So we might
don't
as
think
well go.
I don't even think we're allowed to even like go near there.
One time there was a meeting inside Spellman, like upstairs, and like it was a big reception for all these people. So brother Devlin walked by. He's like, "Go in there, get some food." So I went in there and just was like shaking hands with all these suits and getting food, and it was really good.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
I was the only
I
guy.
think I'm gonna do that then.
And then we have at 8 o'clock we have the 3rd annual lacrosse homecoming kickoff party.
Isn't lacrosse a spring sport?
It's a kickoff party. They're not playing.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense.
9 p.m. Maroon Madness.
Everyone be there.
10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Maroon Madness after party.
Yes, it's from 10 to 1. It closed after 12 a.m.
Really?
Yes.
What do we do there?
It's the same thing as the black and white tea party. You just like dance, have fun, have a
Tea
great
party.
time.
Are you a tea partier?
No.
No, like tea, like black and white tea.
I think that'd be interesting. You should become one.
Why would I want to be a tea party?
Because then I could be a communist,
you could be a
and
tea
then we could
partier.
just constantly get into arguments.
Are you saying that communists are the exact opposite of...
No, but I feel like if we're both very extreme...
No, very
I'm pretty
extreme is
moderate.
like no. Like,
No, I'm
very
saying like if we
extreme-
become extreme, then we could have some serious
And I
debates.
could be in the back like I'm Wacky Sanchez.
10 a.m. to 11:30 tomorrow. Parents' breakfast. I'll try to be there. I don't know if my parents are coming down. Mom, Dad,
I'm going home.
you know, I'm going to the breakfast if you want to join. 10 a.m. to 11:30.
Oh my god.
Oh, back home, my homeschool's having their homecoming dance tonight.
Okay.
You know what's funny?
What?
When I left my homeschool, they set all these rules in place because of the shenanigans that me and my friends pulled. Once we had these basketball games, and we'd all dress up in like costumes and stuff, and it was awesome. And I actually put a picture of us all in ponchos and sombreros on my grad cap, and it was my best memory. And they actually made it a rule now that you can't wear costumes at basketball games because of
Those
our
party
school, we did a prank, and it was so bad. Like it went so overboard that you're not allowed to do pranks no more, or else you get expelled from the school. And I can understand why. Like we filled water guns with water and bleach.
Wait,
What?
What?
That's not okay. That should be banned. What?
Like
Are you
okay,
kidding
okay.
me?
Can you like?
What'd you
let me
fill with
explain?
bleach?
Water guns, and then we like.
That's awful.
And then and we had like a lot of stink bombs and stuff. And then yeah, we sprayed it in people's eyes, and like we threw like soda cans at people, and
That's off. That's not a prank. That's anarchy.
oh, and then the actual prank was we put baby oil like on like near the stairs of everything. Like everything.
You know what our prank was?
What?
Our senior prank, because they kept cutting us down. Our prank was at, I think it was 12:05. Every single senior just ran out of the building. We all just got up and ran outside, and then they said, "You're not allowed to come back in."
Wow.
So we all went home.
Okay.
We set off fireworks and ran around in mankinis. Also went to a boarding school, so like that's.
No, but it was
11:30 to 1:30. Gallery exhibit. The Brothers 10. Artwork by 10 Christian brothers. 11:45. Heritage tour. Don't know what that is. 12 p.m. Advanced Ethical and Moral Leadership Lecture Series. And then there's women's soccer versus Siena at 12. I can wear my Siena shirt.
Oh, so and never mind. Yeah. You can, that's,
Yeah, don't say that. Cool. Women's volleyball versus Quinnipiac at 12. At the same time, my friend goes to Quinnipiac. Shout out to Todd. Oh, shout out to Ella Ackerman. It's her birthday today. She's awesome.
shout out to Starbucks for that amazing coffee.
You paid for it. They didn't give it to you. Oh, there's a homecoming barbecue, 12:30 to 5. There's a fall family carnival from 1 to 5. Maybe we get some cotton candy. Spirit exhibit at 2. Rugby games at 2:45. Homecoming dinner theater at 5. Don't know what that is. 75th anniversary homecoming bash at 6:30. Homecoming mass at 10:30.
I thought she was talking about.
Sunday.
I thought Brian was talking about
Continental breakfast. Do you ever see that Key and Peele skit of the Continental breakfast? It's funny. And women's volleyball versus Fairfield at 1. And that is your homecoming schedule, brought to you by Hefe, Romero, and Lockie. And we're at the 15-minute mark, so do you want to play some jams?
Yep, Dead Sea by the Lumineers, and then we got some Avett Brothers. Yep,
All right.
Seals and Crofts, Mumford and Sons. All right, you ready?
I like the sound of that. See you guys in a bit.